Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do another Foolery Friday. Alright, just got a couple of things to discuss. Alright, I hope you all are doing well. Okay, hope you're staying hydrated. Hope you're wearing your mask, washing your hands, but y'all grown. Y'all are intelligent. I don't even need to even say anything to you all. So let's just get into it. First, let me just tell a quick story. Okay, I got a real quick story for you. It won't take long. So, I was on my way home from work, and on this particular road, there are cows, okay, a lot of them. So, of course, as I'm going home, a cow is in the middle of the road, friends. Now, this didn't frighten me. This didn't startle me. This, I didn't go, oh my God, there's a cow. Okay. Now, I live in the thick of the sticks. I have told you all that. Okay. Rural Virginia. Okay. So, seeing a cow, a horse, a mule, a chicken, a pig, it don't startle me. Okay. Livestock all over the place. So, I was going to drive around said cow, but in this particular road, of course, the cow is in a curve. Okay. Now, if I would have went around this cow and a car was to come, it would have been dead meat. So I was like, I'm not taking a chance, honey. Only thing I gotta say is, good luck, cow. So I was going to back out. Okay, so I was going to back up and just go the long way home. So as I was backing up, friends, here comes a truck. I said, of course. Of course here comes a truck. There's a cow in front of me in a curb, and then here comes a truck of all times. So I was like, great. So the truck stops, because I'm sure the truck is like, why is this car in the middle of the road? Okay, so I put the window down, and I had my head just a little bit out, just to let them know, back up. I'm leaving. There's a cow in the road. So I stuck my head out, friends, and I said, there's a cow in the road. So this guy, he just completely gets out his truck. He was like, a what now? There's a what? I said, there's a cow on the road. It's right there in the curb. I can't go around it because I'm scared that a car may come towards me and there's going to be a head-on collision. There sure is a cow out there in that road. I bet you it's so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And I'm thinking to myself, look, I'm tired. I don't care who belongs to this cow, okay? I don't care who is the owner of this cow. And I was like, can you move your truck so I could just back on out, okay? And I could just go on along my way. You and the cow can have fun. So he was like, oh, no. Don't even worry about it, okay? I'm going to have David Jimmy. Now listen. Where I'm from, you hear all kinds of names, okay? David Jimmy, Jimmy Dean, Earl David, Earl Jimmy. Child, I done heard them all. But one thing for sure, if they got two first names, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You best believe they are all of $1.89. They have no teeth, okay, and they cross-eyed. That's for sure. Now, I'm not trying to stereotype the people that got out this truck. But again, his name was David Jimmy. And they look like the kind of people who are out here mad because they have to wear a mask. Y'all see where I'm going, friends? And speaking of that, I'll get back to the story in a minute. Now, my Caucasian persuasion followers, welcome to the family. Now, just like I could talk about my cousins that we don't claim, okay, our distant, not quite right cousins, honey, y'all got them too. And see, when I see your not quite right cousins, I have to wonder, why is it so hard for you not to wear a mask? What is it in your soul, in your spirit, got you so upset that you got to wear a mask? Why is that? And another thing, why are they always protesting in front of a dollar store? Burger King, Taco Bell, Applebee's. What got you so upset that you protest in front of, you can't step your game up a little bit and protest in front of something with cloth napkins? All out here losing sleep, breaking out into a sweat because you can't get into Long John Silver. What's wrong with you? And then another thing, why is it that they all look like they ain't washed their face? Ain't combed their hair, not their hair. Ain't washed your body. You just standing out there mad and grunting and sweating and spitting. Dirty. How am I supposed to take you seriously when your face ain't washed? Y'all don't go somewhere and sit down and take your cross-eyed, no teeth having, non-talking cousin with you. Anyway, back to the story. So, he was like, no, I got you. So he had David Jimmy go all the way to the end of the road, child, all the way, honey. He went around 2 curves, honey, a tree branch. I said, Lord, David Jimmy, you ain't got to. I was like, y'all just move your truck. No, we gonna get this cow out the way. I said, child. So David Jimmy done ran down the road, child, to get this, to make sure that, no cars are coming so he can, guide me on that. So here's David Jimmy screaming, tell it good to go. So here's David Jimmy screaming to, I don't know what his name is. Let's just call him the cow whisperer. Tell it good, tell the call down here. My, oh my. So I was like, thank you, appreciate it. So I head on down there. So I was like, threw my hand up. I said, thank you, appreciate it. And then I hear this at the end of my car. Y'all, why David Jimmy tapping the end of my car? Why is David Jimmy tapping my trunk? So I stopped, window still up. I said, yes. And he says, do I know you? I know you from somewhere. And we go to school together. Now, y'all, listen. Here in my neck of the woods, the David Jimmys and the Earl Deans and the Jimmy Deans of the world, honey, been around them my whole life. My whole life. And I said, no, I didn't go to school with you. Now, when I tell you his speech impediment, I don't make fun of somebody who has a speech impediment. I just can't do it. But when he opened up his mouth, y'all, he had 3 teeth. And that bottom one was singing. Do you hear me? That bottom one was just like this. La, 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 la. Honey, it was moving. And I swear, now I can't be quite sure, y'all. I can't be quite sure, but I could have sworn I heard that too say, help me. Now that's what it said. Now I may be wrong. When I tell you I heard the tooth say help me, honey, that tooth was wiggling. It was trying to commit suicide. I said, David Jimmy, if you don't shut your mouth, shut it. So I said, David Jimmy now? I said, no, we didn't go to school together. I gotta go. He said, do you live around here? I said, bye, David Jimmy. Whoa. Baby. Honey, I would not change a thing to where I live, honey. Let's get into some foolery. All right, first let's do some rest in peace. All right, we have Little Richard. Okay, we all know who Little Richard is. There is no need to even go into further detail. Little Richard was 89 years old. Little Richard is a legend. Just a legend. And rest in peace, Little Richard. Andre Harrell, okay? Andre Harrell, listen. Producer, I think think he is the owner of Uptown Records. If you are in love with 90s R&B, then you have heard of Andre Harrell, okay? Hits after hits after hits after hits, okay? And Betty Wright, okay? Not Betty White, Betty Wright. Now, when Betty Wright was trending, I was like, Betty Wright, how do I know, that name? I was like, I know that name from somewhere. So I was like, I know that. And so then I was like, After the Pain. Listen, I have older brothers and sisters. After the Pain. And I was like, oh, I know that song. Like when you listen to a song and you're like, who sings that? That's a Betty Wright. And honey, that song is hot, honey. If you are like an old schooler or you had like older brothers and sisters, you heard this song. Now I will play it for you, but I ain't trying to get no copyright. But y'all go ahead and YouTube Betty Wright, After the Pain. You will know exactly what song I'm talking about. And if you don't, just listen to it and enjoy it, child. Honey, that's what I call a front porch, sitting on your porch song, honey. You have your glass of sweet tea or some wine or some moonshine or whatever you want to drink, okay? And you sit on your front porch and you play this song. Yes. Come on. All right? So, rest in peace to those three, legends. They're iconic, and let's move on. Alright, y'all know who I'm going to talk about next. Let's talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine. As we know, Tekashi 6ix9ine was in jail for, I think, 11 months. And we all know he snitched. Okay, he was looking at 47 years to life. Then we start hearing news that, hey, he is telling everything. And he will be out, soon as possible. Well, child, he got out, honey. Now, he's supposed to be on house arrest. Now, when he got out of jail for all his doings, honey, snitch here, snitch there, he got out, okay? He has been on Instagram, had 2 million people watching his Instagram live. He done recorded a video, put it on YouTube, and it got 42 million views in an hour. Google. Now, this video, I'm not even going to stop it. Okay, stop. It's a whole lot of booty shaking in this video. It looked like a Juicy Fruit video, child. 42 million. I think right now it's almost at 200 million views. So he's all over the place. He's all over Instagram. He is talking. He is happy. He said, listen, yes, I snitched. But also the reason why I snitched is because, hey, you kidnapped me. You took my money. You slept with my girl. What I supposed to do? Now, 6ix9ine. Come on now. The reason why you snitched because you didn't want to be in prison for 47 years. Honey, he was banging your girl way before you start running your mouth. He was banging your girl before you got kidnapped. And then you still was cutting the shine. Come on, 6ix9ine, be real now, be real. So, he went on and on about the reason and why he snitched. Now, this is my thing. You out here making videos, you supposed to be on house arrest. And then you got chicks up in the room, you got me. He got a lace front. Y'all, 6ix9ine got on a lace front wig. And I'm thinking to myself, these people don't even supposed to even know where you're at. He got a lace front wig, child. That's neither here nor there. So then we have Meek Mill. Meek Mill is all up in his feelings. He went on and on and on and on about 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine just basically said, listen here, how sad a grown man who just have a child, okay, is worried about a 24-year-old Mexican. He said, how sad. 6ix9ine, you are correct. Why is Meek Mill having strokes over 6ix9ine? Who cares? And again, you have a child to take care of. Meek Mill is a whole mess. Just a whole mess. So 6ix9ine, he's all over social media. So then he decides to go outside on the deck and take a picture. Okay? Now, you can see in the background that the houses are real close together. I mean real close together. And who's seen 6ix9ine? Because, you know, he got tattoos all over the place. He got a rainbow-colored lace wig. I mean, he's very noticeable. So some little young girl was like, oh, Lord, this is 6ix9ine. Let me take a picture with the address. And she put it on the internet. So what did they have to do? They had to snatch 6ix9ine up and relocate him. Y'all, what he's supposed to do? Run his whole life? Because he's very noticeable. He can't stay off of social media. He got people in and out of wherever he's supposed to be. That's all I can say about 6ix9ine, y'all. That is all I can say about 6ix9ine. What do y'all think? Do y'all care about 6ix9ine, this child? I will say this. The kids, the youngins, they love them some 6ix9ine, honey. That is a fact. Woo, Lord. Let's move on. Now, let's talk about Bootsy. Now, I don't call him Bootsy. I call him Bootsy because he looked like one. He looked like an old, worn-out boot. That's what he looks like. He also looked like something that had been on a grill too long. Take that as you want it. So we have Bootsy who done cut a shine. The same Bootsy who was trying to tell Dwayne Wade how to raise his child. The same Bootsy who got banned from Planet Fitness. The same Bootsy who refuses to wear chapstick and lotion. The same one. So he is out here talking about how, I think this happened a couple of years ago, how he gave his son, and I do believe his nephew, he paid, and as he put it, a grown woman, to give his 12 and 13-year-old son and nephew, I do believe that's correct me if I'm wrong, a blowjob. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that. Okay. Bootsy paid a grown woman, that's his word, that's his words, to give his 12 and 13-year-old son and nephew a blowjob. Because, see, in Bootsy's mind, this will prevent them from becoming gay. Now, when he was talking all that, you know, about Dwayne Wade and how Dwayne Wade should raise his child and all this, he had co-signers. And there are some people co-signing this. There are some people saying, what's wrong with it? Other than it being a crime, other than it being molestation, there's a lot wrong with it. And for the ones that's co-signing this behavior, for the ones that think that it's okay for a grown woman to give two boys blowjobs, please go run through a barbed wire fence. That's what you do. So then someone says, a whole lot of people says, okay, well, let's say that it is a young girl and a grown man did oral to her. Do you know what some of these idiots who need to run through a barbed wire fence says? It's different. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's not different. It's the same. when you have an adult who is doing a sexual assault, because that's what it is. That is a crime, and that is molestation. And whoever this grown woman is, she needs to be in jail. And Bootsy, he needs to be dead. Them kids don't need to be nowhere around him. I got hair somewhere, y'all. I can feel it. Social services need to be called. How can you justify this behavior? How can you think that this is okay? There is nothing right with this story. Okay? Nothing whatsoever. In fact, he got problems. And his reason is he don't want these young boys to become gay. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. There is no justification for this. None whatsoever. Oh, and by the way, he has an 11-year-old daughter that apparently he don't pay child support for. But he out here worried about somebody else's family while you out here hiring grown women to give your boys a blowjob. But you ain't paying child support for your 11-year-old daughter. And you want to know what the daughter's name is, y'all? The daughter's name is Lyric Beyonce. Now, I don't talk about kids, so I'm going to leave that there. But just imagine Lyric Beyonce, that's her name, and she has her father's Bootsy. Bootsy make me sick, y'all. He is a disgusting human being. And I will no longer be talking about Bootsy. I am retiring him. Just like I retired R. Kelly, I will no longer talk about Bootsy. I will no longer talk about 69. I won't talk. I can't. Okay? So I am retiring. I will no longer. Oh my God. What an awful human being. Disgusting. What do y'all think about that story? Just awful. Just terrible. Okay? And there's one more story before I get out of here. Not really a story, but Amazon CEO, owner, Jeff Bezos, is on the verge of becoming a trillionaire. They say by the time 2026, he will be the first person in history to become a trillionaire. He started Amazon out of his garage. When I tell you, when you believe it, honey, good God almighty, trillionaire. I believe that he is worth $346 billion. Payback. Ain't that something? Anyway, guys, that's it. That is it for Foolery Friday. All right? I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Y'all know the routine. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. What was that? Oh, was